The moon in the water is the moon in the sky. The person before you is the one in your heart. Beneath the still lake, the full moon shines like silver, its reflection shimmering, rippling gently, breaking into 1,000 sparkling crystal fragments. The person sitting across from you, with their gentle demeanor etched in your eyes, is like that moon, whether before you or within your heart. They shine brightly, impossible to part with. The moon in the water merges with the moon in the sky, just as their silhouette blends with your soul, so that whether your eyes are open or closed, your heart always sees them. A kind word is like a small flame in the cold, enough to warm 3 winters, melting even the most guarded heart. But a cruel word, like a biting north wind, pierces to the bone, leaving even a summer heart trembling with cold. Words are as light as drifting clouds, yet their weight can be warm sunlight or a sharp blade in life. A small bird perches on a branch, its bright eyes calmly watching the wind sway and leaves fall. It fears not the frail branch breaking, for its true strength lies not in where it stands, but in its soft yet steadfast wings. With wings spread wide, it can soar to the heavens, rising above any trembling beneath its feet. Like people, true faith lies not in external circumstances, but in the strength and resilience within one's soul. Some people are born like used tea bags, already bland, yet steeped over and over. Some enter your life like an old tea bag. The first brew is already weak, yet it's dipped again and again, leaving no fragrance, no lingering taste. They exist more than they live, appear more than they shine, like a faded copy, repeated without distinction, leaving no mark on others' hearts. A cheap lighter worth a few pennies can still ignite a $1 million cigarette, reminding us that value lies not just in appearance or price. Likewise, a lavish feast, no matter how costly, still needs a pinch of humble salt to be complete. Life is like that. The grand sometimes bows to the simple, and the small can play an irreplaceable role. We tire ourselves gazing at others' lives through a glittering lens, imagining they're always brimming with happiness. Then we look down at ourselves, magnifying every scratch, every sorrow, as if they're wounds that never heal. Happiness is never as perfect as we think, nor is pain as heavy as we feel. But comparison and exaggeration burden the heart, making us forget that balance lies in how we perceive, not in the reality out there. Too many heartfelt words can cease to be sharing and become empty noise, aging us with their chatter. Too many philosophies are like layers of frost on the soul, numbing us until we can't feel the true pulse of life. Too much exposed truth reveals the barren, rough core of ourselves. And so, the simple, a clear gaze, a guileless smile becomes a luxury, almost out of reach. With old loves, the wisest choice is knowing who deserves to remain in your life's history as a memory worth recalling with respect. Those who left only faint scratches are better treated as geography, a place you passed through, not to linger, but to remember, so you don't lose your way again. For a conductor, the most crucial moment is when he turns his back on the crowd. The gazes, applause, or noise behind him are not what he faces. Before him is the orchestra, sounds waiting to be shaped into a symphony. Turning from the crowd, he faces his mission, to transform chaos into harmony, scattered notes into soaring music. That's the mark of a true leader, turning from fleeting glory to embrace core responsibilities. My life was once a straight line, steady and somewhat dull, like an endless highway, until I met my wild, raucous friends and that road twisted into a steep slope. From that moment, I was like a car without brakes, hurtling down in peals of laughter, caught in endless mischief, dangerous, yes, and exhausting. But never has my life felt so vibrant and worth living. Because light travels faster than sound, some people appear dazzling, perfect in our eyes, face, form, smile, all glowing under stage lights. But when they speak, the sound catches up, sometimes shattering the illusion with clumsy, foolish, or even harsh words. Thus, beauty is sometimes a fleeting illusion, while words reveal the truest reflection of a person. Half a loaf of bread is still bread, retaining its shape, scent, and essence. But half a truth, torn from its whole, becomes distorted, incomplete, even a lie. Truth cannot bear fragmentation. Only when whole does it carry its full weight and meaning. They say the base of an oil lamp is the darkest, for its brightest light cannot reach its own foundation. Likewise, the closest people in our lives, those we trust to lean on, can sometimes be the most careless, not by intent, but because closeness makes us forget they too are human, sometimes missing or silent in our pain. In the shadows of trust and affection, we see the true value of genuine care. Beauty is not always in brilliance or vibrancy, but in stillness and fragility. Like a dead butterfly, its wings, neatly folded, resting in its final moment, its colors faded, its pulse stopped, yet its delicate, balanced form still inspires awe, beauty. Here is the perfection of farewell, a quiet closure that stirs the heart. A cat craves a plump fish, but its paws cannot touch the water. A fish yearns for a tasty worm, but its fins cannot leave the river. The world offers countless temptations, alluring yet out of reach, with no clear path laid out to seize them. To attain them, we must swim against the current, climb ashore, struggle, and strive. And in that effort, the true value of the reward becomes clear. Along the road of life, you'll meet countless faces passing like the wind. Some pause at the same rest stop. Others are mere passers-by, leaving silent commas in your story. Each comma is an experience, a joy, a sorrow, a fleeting emotion, a moment of effort. Countless commas string together, unhurried, patiently awaiting a perfect period, a complete ending, where all the fleeting moments form a whole picture. If you carry a constellation of flaws, rough, stained, and a bit awkward, don't despair. Cook a warm bowl of onion porridge, simple yet deeply comforting. Learn to mix sugar with lemon water, turning the sour sweet. Then you'll see life isn't as bitter as it seems, but sometimes needs just a little patience, a touch of skill, to make the harsh things gentle and full of flavor. Life is like a chess game, where every decision is a move. One wrong move, however small or seemingly harmless, can shift the entire game, unraveling a carefully built strategy in an instant. It reminds us that caution, clarity, and foresight are essential, for every step carries consequences, and a single lapse can bring everything crashing down. In this world, people grow ever more numerous, but the Tharksons kind, brave, and honest are increasingly rare, like faint stars in the night sky. Meanwhile, the Lee Thongs cunning, calculating, quick to trade conscience for gain multiply, crowding the bustling stream of life. This imbalance makes the world chaotic, and the rare value of true character shines all the brighter. Life is full of ironies. The precious and pure like ginseng, are scarce and hard to find, while the ordinary, like bamboo roots, sprawl endlessly everywhere. Through this lens, we see that true value lies not in abundance or commonality, but in rarity, purity, and the power to transform lives. Life can feel like a strange advertisement. We seek to rent a warm breath in our ear during the cold, a shoulder to lean on during life's long journey. Who can we contact, negotiate with, find mutual terms, and agree to share these simple yet essential needs sometimes require careful exchange, like a temporary contract. In this chaotic world, warmth and support don't always come free, but require mutual understanding and finesse between people. Don't waste words arguing with the drunk, for reason finds no place amid intoxication. Don't shake hands with the wicked, for your goodwill will only be exploited. Don't fight the reckless, for they know neither fear nor rules. And don't talk much with the foolish, for your words will pass by unheard, leaving no mark. Learn to choose where to invest your effort, words, and trust that is the wisdom of a seasoned life. Days drift by, months race past, years vanish like autumn clouds. Time flows like water, ceaseless, never turning back, waiting for no one. What's gone is only memory. The present is the moment we can hold, cherish, and make meaningful. We're like small ships tucked in a harbor, quiet amid waves and salty winds. Clinging to our anchors, we let our souls drift to distant dreams, where the horizon glimmers, vast and free. Though we stand still, our hearts soar, dreaming of uncharted journeys, unvisited shores, and experiences waiting for us to reach out and seize. Don't cling to what was never yours, for holding on only wearies the soul. Clouds in the sky, though beautiful and soft, cannot stay. The free wind carries them away, leaving a wide sky for sunlight and peace. Learn to let go of what's beyond your grasp, and you'll find your heart lighter, recognizing the true value of what surrounds you. For life is a myriad of illusions, where every hope and expectation is layered like fragile mirrors. So, dear one, don't despair if the world's shimmer fades, for if one day you too shift, shed your old self, it's the natural way of life, how the heart and soul grow amid constant change. Joy is when kindness endures, unchanged, through time, through ease, or hardship. Let sincerity be the thread that binds, sharing words, actions, and gestures from the heart. Then, relationships become full, simple yet enduring, like a perfect circle within the heart, leaving nothing of sincerity behind. Poetry lovers are struck silent by sharp verses, each word cutting deep into the soul. Sea lovers are swept away by raging waves, each surge an unrelenting challenge. Dreamers are shattered by the lashes of unattainable visions, pained by illusions that never take shape. And we, loving ourselves, are broken by our own dear self, by mistakes, regrets, inner struggles we can't forgive or let go. All are ways life teaches us about hurt, but also how to understand love, ourselves, and the fragility of existence. Goodness springs from within, from sincere, compassionate actions and thoughts. That simple heart is worth far more than 3 talents, for talent may bring outward success, but only the heart keeps us whole, kind, and cherished in others' eyes. Whether mortal or monk, life begins with the smallest things, from a breath, a smile, a daily act of simplicity. We often blame life for being warped or unfair, forgetting that wholeness starts within. Why not strive to be whole in heart, keeping our soul serene, open, and full of goodwill, so each step in life feels lighter and more meaningful? My heart is vast, filled with dreams and desires, but the heavens seem narrow, granting no extra time to stretch youth. What talk of spring's eternal return when youth blooms only once, never to come again? We realize life's most beautiful moments are finite, and every beat, every choice in youth is too precious to waste. Meeting a stranger, memories suddenly pull us back to a familiar face, stirring the heart. Meeting an old friend, yet feeling lost, estranged, as if we never belonged to the lives we once shared. Time and experience change people, tinting every relationship and emotion with new hues, familiar yet unfamiliar, close yet distant. The wind wants to follow the clouds, so it blows, thinking it can touch and hold them. But who knew? The wind's blowing only pushes the clouds farther, as if effort widens the gap. The wind wants to embrace the clouds, so it stills, hoping they'll draw near. But who knew? Even in stillness, the wind cannot reach the clouds, still distant, still apart. The tale of wind and clouds is like life. Sometimes, the more we strive, the more we yearn, the farther we are from what we seek, teaching us to accept what cannot be forced. Does anyone know where to buy tomorrow's light? Where one can purchase a spark of hope for the coming day? A place to buy faith for lost souls, to find strength to keep moving forward. A place to buy love for honest hearts, given without calculation. And a place to buy a soul for those unburdened by pain, to walk through life more lightly. Such a world seems to exist only in dreams, yet it makes us yearn and learn to create our own light, faith, and love. Living in this world, we all carry silent fears within. We wear masks of smiles, hiding wounds and worries, to walk through daily life. But wake up, don't look back at the past, don't let shadows follow your steps, for each new day dawns with radiant sunlight, offering a chance to keep walking, to breathe deeply, smile, and live every moment fully.